So Sky, starting with the 2009 Vegas, can you tell us a little bit about what may have changed and what was kept the same for 2009 model from the 2008 year?
Well, a few things have changed. We didn't want to change it too much in terms of feel. I think the 2008 Vegas was a really successful kite. A lot of people really liked it. It's a free ride, freestyle kite, so it's really good for freestyle because it's really stable and has really linear sort of bar feel for unhooking, and so riders that are just doing wake style riding really like that. As well, it has a lot of D-power, so people who are doing free ride stuff and staying hooked in and doing big jumps and stuff like that and kite loops, it also works well for them. So we wanted to keep that in the 2009 Vegas. Beyond that, yeah, we've done a lot of new construction details, a lot of Kevlar patches along all the contact points along the leading edge. We've reinforced the trailing edge with a heavy Dacron, which makes the kite really rigid and keeps a nice solid structure. Also, there's 3 settings on the new Vegas. There's the traditional 5-line high D-power setting that most Vegas riders have come to really love. As well as that, there's multiple attachment points on the front pigtail, so you can move the front pigtail back, still ride it on 5 lines, but have low D-power. So riders who just want to ride wake style, unhook, keep the kite low and powered, and not have to move it a lot, will like that setting and still have the 5th element safety. Also, for really hardcore riders that don't want any safety, they just want to ride 4 lines and unhook and keep the kite powered, there's a 4-line option, so you can also fly it on 4 lines.
So if I'm a Vegas fan, what would be the most noticeable difference that I would notice in the new in the kite for 2009?
Well, I think a lot of things are still the same. You still have the nice classic Vegas feel. But I think one major improvement is, well, there's 2 really major improvements. One of them is low end. The 2008 Vegas, when you started to get sort of underpowered, you have to really stroke the kite up and down a lot to generate power. This year, it's a little more sheet in and go and sheet out and stop, so you don't have to really move the kite as much. Also, the kite loops are a lot better, particularly like the upstroke of a kite loop. So for doing a lot of our team riders, doing kite loop handle passes, they would do a kite loop handle pass, the kite would go all the way through, and then on the upstroke of last year's kite, the kite would sort of stop, and then you just end up with this really hard landing. I think the 2009 is much better on the upstroke of the kite loop, so you can get it over your head and land softly.
And say I'm a new rider considering the North kiteboarding brand. Why would I choose a Vegas over, say, the Rebel?
Just 2 different styles of kite. The Vegas is much better for unhooking. So if you're a rider who, maybe you're a free rider, you want to jump and do kite loops and stuff, but you want to try some unhooking, maybe try a handle pass eventually. Or if you're a really hardcore, sort of wake style rider, that's sort of what the Vegas is aimed at. That's the target group for the Vegas. The Rebel is more in the side of waves and free ride. So really direct D-power.